Hey everyone, Tech here. Welcome to Tech's Tavern. Grab a brew, pull up a chair, and let's do a quick look. I don't know, EX Pint Edition. I don't know, something like that. It's going to be a little bit longer quick look. I don't want to hear everybody complaining about, oh my god, a 25-minute quick look. so, but anyway, this is a quick look on Conquest of Elysium 3. Now, some of you maybe saw this video pop up and said, "What the heck is this?" This is a kind of an indie small studio game done by Illwinter Game Design, and they're the same guys who did a game that you may possibly have heard of called Dominions 3. Their games have basically been those two series, and Dominions 3, I guess, was one of their more popular ones. And Conquest of Elysium 3, they're kind of similar games. There's a lot of things that are similar about them, but the Dominions games are considered a bit more complicated and with more micromanaging going on, whereas the Conquest of Elysium games are a bit more of a quick-paced, turn-based strategy style of a game. So I'll get in here and show you a couple things, but there is things I wanted to show here. There is a map editor, which I have not messed with at all. There's some mods, I guess, that you can get that other people make, like certain maps and things they monkey around with. You can see there's a few other settings here that you can peruse if you want. There is a link directly to a PDF manual, which is about a 60-page manual, which I have not read, but probably need to. I've played about 4 or 5 games of this. I've yet to win. I have had some decent success here and there, but I figured I'd kind of just give this game a look for some of you to kind of get a little more information on it. We'll create a random map. It's a game that can be picked up on Steam. It is on Steam. They're trying to get their game Dominions 3 on Steam in the Greenlight program, I believe. But this game is on Steam. Its normal price, I think, is $9.99. I actually picked it up on sale for like $2.50. So it can be had for less than a good quality beer. A couple things here. You can have different map sizes. I usually just leave it on large. And then you have different societies. Now what these society things are here is they're different ages, so to speak. And depending on which age it is that you're playing in, the map will have different areas and notable locations and things like that that will play differently depending on the races involved and maybe in what guy you're playing. Just to give an example, say here the Dark Ages, if you read at the bottom, says there's ruins of long dead civilizations scattered through the realm. So there's a lot of ruins, so that means there's a lot of opportunities if you're playing something like a necromancer to raise dead. It also says that there's dragons roaming the land, so dragons and stuff are pretty powerful creatures, whereas if you play in a different time, say like the Empire, it's there's more cities, there's new military unit types being made. There's brigands scouring the land. You're probably not going to run into dragons, things like that. So, I mean, it just kind of changes the whole feel of the environment, basically. Whereas in a lot of other games, typical 4X games, the environment's pretty similar. When you play the space ones, they say whether you have a lot of rich planets or not rich planets. It's kind of akin to that, where you'll see more of certain types of areas than others. I'll just leave this one on the Dark Ages for now, for the purposes of this little play. You can have some advanced options here where allies start close together, and some stuff like that, but we won't mess with that for now. Now, we're going to add some new players here. I'm going to add one more. Here's one thing that's kind of interesting. You can see I'm the human player here, obviously human. There's, what is it? I think it's like 17 different choices you can have as your main commander, so to speak. And the way this game works is if you ever lose all your commanders, you lose. If you ever lose all of your like capital type cities or whatever, you lose. So, and I'll explain some of that as we get into the game, but there's a lot of choices here, and you can see there's some pretty rich background on all the different classes. And you can see here, it gives you at the bottom of these the different items that particular guy can get. So the necromancer can sense the amount of dead where they are. They can raise dead. Necromancers collect Hands of Glory from large villages and towns. Necromancers use Hands of Glory to summon more powerful undead beings. Now, typically, a lot of these classes will have something like this, where it says Necromancers collect Hands of Glory from large villages and towns. What that's telling you is that's kind of the key areas, or quote-unquote, nodes that you want to be able to capture and hold, because they have what you need. Whereas if you look at someone like, say, the Druid down here, you'll notice the Druid collects herbs from forests, so you're going to want to, hold forests. Let's take a look here. Here we go. There's a Warlock. The Warlock collects gems from mines, and they use the gems to summon elemental beings. So there's a lot of different, little plays to different things like that here and there. The Troll King. I played the Troll King one time. He's kind of interesting. He's basically like a boss, like a mini boss, and you just play a boss. You don't get a lot of other stuff. You don't get a lot of flashy spells. I don't think you even start with an assistant at the beginning, whereas some of the other ones do. Well, it says the Troll King's mother, but I guess I didn't catch on to that last time. But he's just kind of really tough. Starts with like 110 health and just stomps around on people. It's pretty interesting. A lot of the videos I've seen out there, but people play the Necromancer, so I'll try something different. Let's look at the Witch here. Witch collect fungi from forests and marshes. Witches can use fungi to summon and control monsters, so they got a little bit of the summoning thing going on. It says the beings at the witch's disposal are physically strong and easy to obtain, but they lack ranged attacks. Archers are a crucial supplement. The witch's ability to collect fungi from the forest and swamps provides her with excellent scouting abilities. The more fungi she uses for summoning monsters, the greater the chance of controlling the summoned creature. It is prudent to use plenty of fungi. That should be, the quote for the game. It is prudent to use plenty of fungi when summoning the old one, for they are very dangerous if angered. Oh, so you can actually, I guess, summon these old ones, which are big bad arses that you can get, I guess. So we'll go with that for now, and we'll hit OK, and we'll go with Wanda the Witch. Alright, so this is the main game, and the first thing you'll notice is the graphics are definitely somewhat rudimentary. The actual game map here this is all Fog of War out here. So this is the map, and I'll zoom in so you can kind of see a little better what's going on here. Here's where we start at. This little tower here is our starting citadel or whatever, and you can see some areas around here of note where there's guys. So like over here we have a hamlet which has a couple of gold coins there if you're looking at the bottom. It says there's an archer and a couple spearmen there, but we can get money out of that place. Here's an ancient forest. It looks like it has 3 fungi icons there. That'll help us out. But there's 11 units there with a beholder, so I don't know if we really want to mess with that right away. There's a forest with a fungi. Now here's a silver mine where you can get money and some other various items. A farm. So there's some different places around here. We'll take a look at our witch here, Wanda the Witch. She has some abilities. And I'll explain combat here in a minute. Combat in this game is a little bit strange because you don't actually control anything in the combat. You basically just kind of make your death stacks and you move them around and try not to get outmatched. And then the combat is kind of auto-resolved. And if you have creatures that use special abilities like spells, they auto-use them. You don't use them. So that's one thing to be aware of on the combat. This game, it's more of a quick speed, high fantasy, kind of cool tactical game, but it's not really tactical in the combat sense. It's more tactical as far as the overarching exploration conquest is where the strategy is more so than the battle. In the battle there is strategy to it because you can look at other troops and it's a rock paper scissors thing of trying to, hey, this guy is good against this guy's army, blah 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 blah. So there's some of that going on. Here we'll see she has a sleep spell, which I'm not sure that's a great description. Confusion, Poison Mist, and Venom Ward. And so she can only memorize 3 spells, and we have 3 out of that. And as your characters level, they get where they can get more spells, and they get different spells unlocked, and there's a lot of things like that. I also have an apprentice here, We'll just call her Etch here. And she's got a couple of spells. She's got Poison Cloud and Charm, so that's cool. And we have 13 units here. So the first thing you want to do at the beginning is you want to hold shift down and click and just go ahead and select both of your commanders. Now the game ends if both of these commanders die. If Wanda and Etch both die, I lose. It's over. Eventually you can get other commanders, I believe, but the same thing holds true as if you ever run out of commanders, you die, you lose. So typically it's a good thing to maybe separate your commanders, maybe leave one back in your general kingdom area to protect your holdings and move around and squash, these various little, annoyances that come up. Let's go ahead and transfer units. Now this screen looks very weird, I know. This is my army that I have right now. So right now it looks like I have about 5 archers here. I have some spearmen, some regular spear, and then I got some kind of lizard. Androphag cavalry. That looks awesome. I just need an army of like 500 of these dudes on lizards. I'd be digging that. They're fast, they swamp move, and they use shields. But I only have one of them. So what you do is you can kind of select, let's see here. You want to select to put all of them in your group. So by having them all the green X, that means they're all under, who is this? Etch, which is fine. I don't think it really matters which one they're under technically. If I wanted to change them, I think, let me take a look here and make sure I know what I'm talking about. I know how to change it when I separate them, but we'll just leave that for anyway. They're underneath them, so they're all in one big group, which is what I want. So we're going to go over here and we're going to try to take this town. Now, these little diamond things here are like how many action points you have for like moving and battling and things like that. So we can move one over here. You'll notice this little green bracket. I'm green, so anything that has the green bracket around it is under my control. So I went in that forest, and now that forest is under my control. And already I screwed up because I didn't send Etch, but that's okay. We got Wanda there. You see her casting the spells. And see, I'm not controlling any of this. I can speed it up or slow it down. But anyway, they went ahead and took care of that. Now, Wanda here, I guess what I'm going to do with her, I don't have enough money to recruit units, really. They're pretty expensive. Special powers. Now, you can see here we can do minor summoning, which summon some creatures from the old times of Elysium. The more fungi used, the greater the chance of managing to control the creatures that appear. Sometimes you can summon them and they'll fight back against you. But this is how you can get some extra cool units. And sometimes there's a bit of a randomness to it as well, so you don't always know exactly what you're going to get. So anyway, we have this hamlet here. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm just going to leave Wanda right... Well, no, let's keep them together for now. Let me hold shift, click, there we go. We'll just go ahead and end turn for right now. Let them take their turn. And as we move around, our map view will start to stretch out a little better. Alright, we're going to go fight these deer here. So let's do that. End turn. Alright. Let's kill some deers. Oh, hey, made them disappear. Magic. Alright. So they're all dead. Now, this is telling the seasons here. The seasons, each turn is 1 month. So your seasons kind of change and it updates you. And this is saying I can get a Lord for 53 gold, but obviously we have 26 and 2 per turn, so there's no way. But if I did have that much, I could go and recruit, and see here's that Lord right here for 53. And you can look at him and say, oh wow, this guy's, he's a guy on a lizard, but he's got like a samurai banner on his back. It's freaking awesome. But we don't have enough money, so anyway, this is our little kingdom area right now. These guys are way too tough for us right here. But we're going around and capturing some of these forests that give us some fungi collection. So that's one thing that we're trying to do here. Actually, let's intern. Okay, and then let's move over here. We'll capture this little forest area. And then we'll capture this little town here. What do we got here? It's 1 troll and 18 goblins. Now I can right click on them and you can look at the armies that are around you so you can kind of gauge how tough they are. You know, these guys only got 2 hit points, they're nothing. But this troll has 56 hit points. He can hit pretty hard. And you can look at their invulnerabilities too, because sometimes you'll have creatures or whatever that are maybe invulnerable to certain things that you do. He can see stealthy units, he regens, and he's got fire vulnerability. So here we have a couple of serpents, which aren't a big deal. So we'll go ahead and let's intern. And we'll move down here, and we'll fight them guys. And it says we're attacking independents. What that means is those AIs that you saw me set up in the beginning, I'm not fighting them. I'm fighting just random creeps around the map. And a lot of times there's little spawning nodes for the creatures, and you need to clear them out or they're just going to keep pumping units out all the time. So let's kill us some snakes. Come on, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. We got to get some more troops here soon. That's for sure. We're going to need to use some of those fungi to do some summoning. Okay, winter is here. And right here you can look up here and hover over this and it says early winter. And you can actually see the map changes a little bit. There's obviously 3 modes to each season. So, you know, you got early, mid, and late. So that just kind of helps you keep control of, you know, the time as it passes and everything. So far, we don't have any other AIs that have been coming over and messing with us, which is pretty good overall. We need to get back over here, and we'll intern again. Okay, yes, we do not have enough money for those fancy dudes. Intern again. We can't recruit any, but we may. Let's look at our special powers. We almost have enough to do a minor summoning, so we'll keep going. Let's go down here and capture this other tree area to get some more fungi coming in. Did we lose that town up there? I think we did somehow. Did somebody come and take it from us? It's kind of strange. I didn't even see anybody move in there. Usually you'll see them move in there. What is this? There's a snake here. Okay. Let's end another turn. Okay. Let's do a quick summon. Oh, we don't have any action points left to do a summoning. Let's end turn. Summer is here. A drought has struck Elysium. Income for all farms will be reduced this summer. Okay, so that's how some of the seasons come into effect and whatnot as well. Right now we're making about 2 gold per turn. We're making 6 fungi per turn. And some of these other things, you get the resources you can get based on taking different locations on the map, which maybe we'll see some of them here. We're going to go ahead and try and do a minor summoning. There we go. Nice. Okay. So let's take a look here. We have... What are these guys? We have some bog beasts. They actually have a ranged attack. It's a poison spit, 1 to 10. And they have 19 health, which is pretty good actually. The morale is not great. It's, the lower the number, the worse it is. So, yeah, no, but none of our guys' morale is very good, to be honest. But hey, that's a couple extra units for us. So we just need to keep moving around and picking up the fungi. There we go. Yeah, 3 from that swamp there, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and intern. Now I think what I want to do is I'm going to need to split them. So I need to... Let's do this. Let's move her back over here. Nope, nope, see, I screwed up the split here. Move them back over here. And then let's do this. Oh, duh. I see what I'm doing. I was trying to get it to come up. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's in turn. I know there's a way to do the clicks, but this is one of those cases where I gotta probably read the manual better. Okay, so I just moved her back. Then now what I can do... Oh, yeah. In turn. I screwed that up. Drought is over. Fungus here. Mushrooms and fungi seem to thrive and grow especially abundantly this autumn. All fungus income is doubled. That is awesome for us. Okay, so we're going to move her there. Okay. And then... transfer units. How'd we get a deer? I ain't going to complain. Alright. So we just keep our main girl there. We'll go over here and kill some snakes. Okay. I think I'm doing some kind of a ward there or whatever. Okay. Excellent. Ooh, what is this guy? 18 units here. See, a big part of the early game is trying not to overextend yourself too much. I'm gonna leave her there. Recruit units. We really aren't making enough money yet for all that. I'm gonna leave her back there anyway. Let's go ahead and try to... Well, let's intern. And then let's just kind of move over this way if we can. 55, yeah. Okay. Let's do a major summoning. Oh, man, oh, man. Giant crocodile. That's what I am talking about. Is that all we got? I think so. Okay, let's go ahead and... Let's intern there. Okay, we're getting a pretty good incoming fungi supply. And we got enough that we could do some recruiting. We can get 5 spearmen to use back home. So we'll go ahead and do that. So now she here will transfer units under her. So now we have a little mini army with her back here kind of protecting our home area. And then we have our other main chick, Wanda, out here with our main army kind of riding around capturing territories and whatnot. So let's go ahead and intern. And we'll do that. Come on, crockygator. He didn't even get to take a bite at him. Oleus the Warlock has been eliminated due to no commander left. Okay, so one of the AIs got killed. So that's interesting. And we're just going to keep moving along. There are 24 small spiders here. Those guys are very small. 1 to 6. They're experienced and they got poison damage. Not sure if I want to mess with that. Let's just go ahead and end turn. Oh, I don't like the look of that. That right there is another AI. The Troll King AI that I told you about. And see, he doesn't have no freaking army because generally he doesn't need an army. I can't look at his thing for some reason, but I know he's got like 110 hit points. Even if I sent everybody at him, I probably couldn't kill him. Okay, there's a bear here that's messing around with our town. So we need to go take care of him. Hopefully our apprentice chick can handle it. And she does. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. This is not going to go well for us. Oh my goodness. She took him out. Ah, that was awesome. I totally did not expect her to do that. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't know what she did. She charm him? Is that what she did? I think she might have charmed him or something to make him leave. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But one thing you can do here is, once you're able to, you can actually, like, promote, which you can do. I'll show you here. Right here, I can do Witchcraft Mastery, which will turn her, instead of being a witch apprentice, I can turn her into a full-fledged witch. And even your main character, my witch, I can turn her into something else. I think there's like 2 extra tiers of promotions, so you can actually change your character into something totally different. Like a necromancer, I think, can eventually turn into like a vampire and then like a lich or something. Which is really crazy, and they get different abilities and all kinds of stuff, so it's pretty nuts. But yeah, if I wanted to pay 150 fungi, I can upgrade her to a full-fledged witch. So that is kind of cool. So yeah, she took that guy out. I was not expecting that. I haven't played this game a ton. I mean, I'm understanding the basics now. I don't understand why this is like that. Okay, somebody obviously moved into there. Uh-oh. This is one of the other players. But their army does not look very impressive compared to our crockygators and bog beasts. Look at that. Look at crockygator. Ka-chomp! Done. Finished. Okay. So we have 13 coming in on our fungi wrangling. Let's go ahead and move up that way. I'm going to move her back on our capital again. What do we got here? We got 2 wolves, a brigand scout. Let's take that dude out. Oh, we have the troll charmed. That might not be good, actually. That's exactly what she did. And that's why we had that bear. She charmed that freaking bear. That's going to backfire soon. I can see that coming. Uh-oh, who's this guy? Ancient Forest, 13 units. Do a minor summoning. Oh, no action points left. Okay. She can do a minor summoning for 30 also. Let's do her minor summoning for her. She got a mosh worm. Worm. Okay, let's intern. And let's have her do a minor summoning. No, actually, we'll just wait and do a major summoning. Let's just, swamp. There are 8 blood fungus here. That doesn't sound good. 16 hit points. They are mindless. Mindless beings are immune to certain mind-affecting spells and will never flee due to fear. Okay. So, yeah, I know this is going on for a while. I mean, this is getting towards like a typical like LP or something, which I thought about doing an LP of this because it wouldn't really take a couple of episodes, but I kind of wanted to do this just to show you guys the basics of this game in case, you know, you're curious about it, looking for something a little different. It's a cheap game, cool turn-based fantasy strategy game. It's not overly complex because there's not a whole lot of crazy things going on. I mean, you're basically trying to hold different nodes for different things. Like you see me here trying to hold forests for fungi production. Fungi production. But you're trying to capture different nodes, trying to keep your commanders alive, trying to keep money incoming and things like that, recruiting units as they become available. If you get an opportunity to recruit special hero type guys, those are always good to do. You know, and all the different races, the different classes you can play really add a lot of variety to the game as well. You know, playing as witches or troll kings and necromancers and senators, and you know, they all play very differently based on the types of spells they have or the types of locations they look for, the types of units that normally come to them. It's all very different actually. Let's move her over there and capture that little village there. So that's a little bit more money for us. We're definitely having, in this particular game, I'm having money issues, so I need to capture some more money places because I'm not going to be able to do any recruitments. But then again, basically I just do a lot of summoning. The thing that's crazy here is that guy there being summoned is not a very... Okay, well somehow he's... Oh, this is the other one. Okay. Let's see how this battle goes. Get him, crockygator! I guess I've charmed a deer there that's fighting along with us. So you can get some pretty fantastical, crazy armies and stuff. And later in the game, you start getting like, you know, some really cool creatures. Uh-oh, they're getting decay damage. Suffering decay usually means certain death. A decaying unit will take damage every combat round until it dies. That's not good. It means crockygator is going to die. Oh, that really blows. But that's the need to continuously build your troops up because nonsense like that will happen. Ooh, he survived. The gator survived. The other guys didn't. And usually after a battle, if we look here, you can like look at him, and their health will eventually build back up pretty quickly. So we lost one of our bog beasts, and we lost the guy on the lizard. That sucks. Who are these guys? Like some samurai dudes. You got samurais and trolls fighting together. Okay. They're gonna cut into our fungi production. Okay, and here is this is one of the hero guys, I believe. Converse the Goblin Hero. This guy is a hero. If we take him out, we would take out one of the other AIs. And see, he's intruding in on our stuff here. Let's do a summoning. Let's do another minor summoning. Okay. And then let's move that way. Wand of the Witch has been eliminated due to no citadel. Oh, well, I lost. So you just saw how you can lose because, and I'll reveal the map here, is that they captured, right here, he captured my citadel. So while I was out here doinking around with my other army, I lost the game. So that is kind of how it works, and you can see here the map is, there's a lot of like cool exploration to the game. I mean, that's kind of one of the appeals to the game, is the like holding on of your own properties, not losing your commanders and not losing your last citadel like I did, and kind of exploring the land, looking for different resources, trying to, you know, take advantage of your enemies when they're vulnerable or when they're spread out like I was, things like that. So that kind of gives you a decent idea how, you know, Conquest of Elysium 3 works. So I know that was a longer video than most of my typical ones, but hopefully it gives you guys a good feel for the game. If you see it for cheap, it might be something you're interested in. It's a cool turn-based strategy game that isn't overly complicated, but has some decent depth to it. You know, it can be as deep as you want it, and especially with the different classes and abilities and spells. And as you play further in the game and they start ranking up and you start getting all these new abilities, it gets really kind of cool, and there's some neat things going on. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about the game. Let me know if any of you have played it, what your opinion of it is. I would love to hear it. And who knows, maybe I'll revisit this again at some later date with a little mini LP or something, because I could probably, you know, hell, I just played one game in one episode, but I wasn't really paying attention there. I should have been leaving that commander back at the main citadel. I shouldn't have been moving her out of there. So anyway, that is it. That is Conquest for Elysium 3. You can get it on Steam for pretty cheap, and it's a pretty cool little game as long as you're not hooked, you know, hung up on the graphic style of it. So I will see you guys next time in the tavern. Thanks for watching.